Hey Wayne, what's up?
Hey Scott, just sitting here going through a few rounds of DMC, aka Devil May Cry. No number, just
no?
just Devil May Cry because it's the reboot by courtesy of Ninja Theory.
Okay, so what's Raptor News Network, and why should I care?
Okay, yeah, we're in the middle of me making my way to fight a boss. Raptor News Network is the. I'm pretty sure that this is actually just like a fictional take on Fox News.
Oh.
Okay, so it's the whole, it's like super ultra right-wing conservative news network that claims to be fair and balanced. But in actuality, you can tell that they've got an agenda. Except that in this case, they really do have an agenda because what they're actually doing is they're a front for demons that are controlling the world. So they're actually like, spoon-feeding the audiences of the world with the TV equivalent of pablum in order to keep them pacified and pliable and that much easier to dominate across the world. But we're going to put a stop to that because I am about to attack their premier anchorman.
Their premier anchorman?
Their premier anchorman, who also happens to be a demon himself.
So they've actually made a game that is straight up calling Fox a bunch of demons.
Yeah, calling Fox a bunch of demons, also Coca-Cola, also Wall Street and all the...
This is some anti-capitalist stuff.
Yeah, basically this whole game is saying all of the evils of the world that we're facing today, it's all because of demons. It's demons. See there, it's like, put a spin on this. It's like, for the, sharp-eyed viewers out there, you might also notice that, it's like, yeah, Dante is sporting a head of white hair. That's because we've already finished the game, and as a result of that, whenever you go back and play the game again, you see Dante in all of his endgame glory. It's like, sorry to spoil it for you, but it's like, there you go. He's taking him off the air. Should I even be like, narrating what's going on here? Or no, wait, okay, we're getting into the boss fight, which is, oh wait, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, I remember. Okay.
So how's this game play compared to other games in the series?
Well,
Whoa.
I have totally forgotten how I am supposed to attack these things now. The way it plays is, oh wait, there we go. Okay, there we go. Gotta do a little bit of jumping. Is that it? That did it, okay. Yeah, basically what I would have to say is I played this game for review and I played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance also for review, and I have to say that overall in terms of gameplay, I do prefer Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It is all a matter of personal preference, but it's like I come from the old school, it's like third-person Japanese brawler.
I just gotta say, this isn't that difficult, is it?
No, it's actually not that difficult. I mean, you can see I haven't played the game in a while and I'm making mistakes left, right, and center, but the game is quite forgiving, even giving me that hit, despite the fact that I totally missed. It's made by Ninja Theory, and I feel that what they've done with the combat is they've slowed down the timing and the animation, so that you can better appreciate the actual animation itself, and also so that they can make the game slightly easier, make it easier to string together combos and basically just have fun, feeling like a really empowered, demon killing badass.
No, you can definitely tell that this has all sorts of production values with the overlay from the news network.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you can tell that it's like the effects are everywhere. I mean, this is a very it's like glossy, very pretty game that I guess some people might say that I'm being uncharitable when I say this, but it really does feel to me like they were putting more of an emphasis on the style rather than the substance.
It looks like it to me.
Yeah, I mean, with Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, it's it's like it's fast, it's furious, it requires a lot of skill and practice on the part of the player. This is the sort of thing where it's more from the Call of Duty school of gaming, where it's like, let's just make the player feel good. It's like, let's make them feel powerful, let's make them feel badass, like they can do anything. So the game never really tries very hard to kill you, just it's like throwing up enough things in your way that you feel like, yeah, I can take on anything.
Yeah, so let's stay on the Metal Gear. The biggest thing for me is, why would I play this when I can play Metal Gear?
Okay, there are certain reasons why you might want to play this over Metal Gear. Metal Gear being a Japanese game has the typical kind of obtuse and occasionally baffling storyline, which makes even less sense if you're not actually familiar with the Metal Gear universe at all. This game is...
Which this game used to have, right?
Yeah, but I mean, ever since the handoff to Ninja Theory, It's oh, did I die? Oh my god! I actually died. Wow, look at that. This game being made by Ninja Theory, they decided to go for like a complete reboot. So you really have to have no prior experience with past Metal Gear games in order to play it. And Ninja Theory being more of a Western company, they've definitely put like more thought and effort into the story. So one of the things that I have to give credit to them for is that it's like the actual lore and it's like the drama and the story in Metal Gear or in DMC is probably a little more compelling and easier to digest for Western audiences than like what you're going to get in a typical Metal Gear story, where it's like once you start getting into the codec conversations and Kojima starts sounding off about like memes and private military corporations and the war economy and all that stuff, that all it's like starts moving hip deep into very anime territory. This one is like a lot more accessible that way. It's very timely. It's very simple. There's more of an emphasis on characters and character development rather than the big ideas that Kojima likes to play with. So in that sense, this is definitely a game that anybody can get into.
Are they like ostensibly two very similar games that came out within like 2 weeks of each other?
They're similar insofar as they're third-person brawlers. Other than that, though, I'd say that the audiences are very, very different. This game, DMC, is definitely trying to be, it's like all things to all people, whereas Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is really trying to get at the people that miss playing games like Bayonetta and it's like the original Devil May Cry series and all that sort of thing. It's like games where S ranking and stuff like that, it's like doing well in time attacks is more of the priority. I mean, it's like it's got a story, but it's a crazy story that happens to be the bonus. Whereas in Devil May Cry, I would say that the main story really is the main attraction rather than the actual gameplay itself. The gameplay is there, but it's really just serving to push forward the story that Ninja Theory's got. Which is a complete turnaround from the approach that Konami took with Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
What did you give DMC?
I believe I actually ended up giving it a 79, 75, something like that. I mean, because it's like I don't actually feel that the combat is broken. I just didn't feel that it was it's like particularly it's like challenging or tight. And when I play these action games, I'm taking it from a perspective of like is the game really pushing me? Is the combat system something that allows for like a wide variety of skill and experimentation? It's like this game you can experiment, but you really don't need to if you just want to get through the game. Whereas something like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, it really forces you to improve as you get along.
I've heard it's very liberal with its S rankings.
Yeah, the S ranking. It's I mean, like, look at that last round that I was playing. I'm talking to you and not particularly paying a whole lot of attention, and it gave me an A for that. So, that should give you some indication of just how forgiving the measurement system is this time around.
What do you think about the redesign, the Dante redesign?
I'm not actually a fan.
You're not a fan, really?
I mean, it's like, it's like he's more, it's like, emo, and I can see how this will appeal to a younger and perhaps more importantly a Western crowd.
For sure.
But he just, it's like seemed to me to, he just whined a lot.
He just whined a lot.
He whined a lot. The basic story is that it's like first he's just it's like running around doing his own thing, being completely selfish and not caring about the world, until he finally realizes that he's not he's not a complete orphan. He's actually got a brother out there fighting the good fight, and that's what eventually puts it. Oh, there we just killed
the premier anchor.
The premier anchor for Raptor, aka Fox News, who's probably an amalgamation of what's the big Fox News guy? Tim O'Reilly.
Tim O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill. Is it Bill O'Reilly? Okay. So there we go. It's like we've basically just killed Fox News, and it's like what clear-minded it's like right-thinking left-wing liberal would not want to do that. It's like, and this game lets you do it for the astounding price of $59.99, unless you buy from Amazon, I suppose. But it's like there we go. We just took out that's Evil Demon guy who rules banks, media, everything, and now he's really pissed off.
So where are we in the story right now?
We're kind of about just past the quarter hump where Dante and his brother are now fighting the power, and it's like finally starting to put up some resistance. So that's the level. That's my final score. Did I get no? Okay, I got an S rank for style.
Got a D rank
for time, but
Triple
I got a triple
S.
S. Oh my God! Look at that! I got a triple S, despite the fact that there were how many deaths there? 15 deaths, and it gave me and my final score is A.
If only school was
Wow, will you look at that, ladies and gentlemen?
All right.
5 upgrades. So, I mean, like, if any indication, the half-assed way that I was playing that in the final ranking at the end should give you a pretty clear indicator that, you know, like, this game is not really out to challenge the hardcore crowd.
But it's damn stylish.
Yeah, but it is damn stylish, and, you know, it's like the story is good, and, you know, it's like all that sort of thing. So if you're the sort of guy that, you know, it's like wants to play a game for an overall experience, yeah, you might want to play this game. If you're like the gamer that, you know, wants a game that's, you know, it's like really going to push you to, you know, it's like get better with time attacks and, like, you know, really brutal S ranks and all that sort of thing, you might want to go with Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance instead.
All right, cool, man.
That's my take on it.
Thanks, Wayne. You might have convinced me.
All right, there you go.